This is John Clay, sports columnist for the Lexington Herald-Leader, along with my colleague Josh Moore, UK football beat writer. We are here outside of Williams-Brice Stadium after Kentucky's 24-7 loss to South Carolina. Josh, obviously not a good performance from Kentucky, especially offensively. What did you take out of this game?
Yeah, I guess the one thing you could say is maybe the best thing is that they didn't get shut out. It sure looked like that was headed that direction.
We were all thumbing through our little guides and stuff to find when was the last time they got shut out, which was against Vanderbilt, Joker Phillips last year. So avoided Stoops. Yep. Having his first shutout during the Stoops era, but I didn't mean to interrupt.
Which I think does not. I mean, yeah, it's obviously it sucks. It was not a good performance by any, offensively at least. You can't look at anything they really did tonight and be excited about where things are headed that direction. But also, the fact that they didn't get shut out does say something. They kept kind of pressing there, and Chris Rodriguez ripped off a really good run there at the end. So cool seeing him getting some touches. Man, I feel bad for the defense, though. I think especially I felt that way a little bit last week, but especially this week because I thought, they played their tails off for especially there a lot in the first half. Missed some tackles. It's not they didn't play perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but they played more than good enough to win this football game.
Yeah, they hung in there considering they were getting absolutely no help from the offense. And I'm sure some of that was at the end was, they had to be tired. They had to be worn down. And Kentucky turned it over early in the first drive, and then turned it over in the first drive of the second half, which led to a 30-yard touchdown run for South Carolina. So, yeah, the defense. But the offense has got to get fixed. Obviously, Sawyer Smith is not healthy. He's not 100%.
The biggest thing coming out of the press conference is Stoops, maybe saying he should have turned it over to Lynn Bowden earlier, which suggests. He's not listed that way on the depth chart, but it sounds like Lynn Bowden is quarterback number 2. And I don't know what he still acted like Walker or somebody he was confident in, but I don't know. To me, it suggests
he's not showing it if he is.
Lynn Lynn. I'm sure is capable. If it comes down to that, obviously you would rather have a healthy Sawyer going into Arkansas. You've got 2 weeks. Stoops said he probably won't throw for a week. That's concerning. After he really plays the whole game all but that last series for the Cats tonight, got hit several times. I don't know. It'll be interesting. He mentions 2 injuries, so he's talking about, I guess, the wrist and the shoulder.
Yeah, I guess so. He didn't specify what the injuries are, but he did say 2 injuries.
Yeah. And so, that would be my guess is that both that right arm. That's rough. That's not something you want out of your, starting quarterback. This has turned into, the Terry Wilson injury is turned into quite a season changer. We thought it might be, but it's playing out that way now for UK.
Yeah, we knew it was important, but I don't think we knew the gravity of how important that we do now
after the way Sawyer played in the Florida game. Yeah. I thought he played as well as you needed him to. He really wasn't. He wasn't perfect. He made mistakes, but he played in a way that you could have won that game. I still go back and think they should have won that game. But, that should-haves don't matter when you're playing football in the SEC.
The good news, they have an off week. They have 2 weeks to get ready for Arkansas. Can't lose this week. Off week to get healthy. Eddie Grant, after the game, UK's offensive coordinator, compared it to when they got beat 45-7 his first year, their second game down in Florida. They found a way to figure something out from that with Steven Johnson because Drew Barker was hurt. He kind of compared this situation to that. They got to figure out how to get the offense going. This is 2 weeks in a row, but tonight was much worse about the way the offense played. They've got to find a way to get some offense.
And it's interesting that he brought all that up, and it makes you wonder, even if Sawyer's healthy, how much more they're going to work with Lynn to get more situated with him. Because it starts making you wonder, even if a healthy Sawyer, if he's 100% or 90% or whatever he is, how much more going forward Lynn might be involved in the offense as a Wildcat quarterback. Or, I think if you're starting quarterback at that point, you're not really the Wildcat quarterback anymore. But
Yeah, I think they're going to look at anything and everything over these next 2 weeks, especially this bye week. So be sure and check out all of our coverage of the game on Kentucky.com and in the print edition of the Herald-Leader. We'll have plenty of coverage even during the off week about what's going on. We'll get some media opportunities with them, I'm sure, during the off week. And then Kentucky gets back home and they'll be glad to get back home to play Arkansas on October the 12th. Thanks again. This is John Clay and Josh Moore, the Herald-Leader, and thanks for watching.